Pompeii and Mount Vesuvius by me, Luis Gonzalez. The name of Pompeii is Greek and stems from a memorial to honor Hercules' triumph against the gods. Pompeii was a city and now a tourist spot that is located in the Italian region of Campania, close to the Bay of Naples. When Pompeii was thriving, it was surrounded by a wall that had many gates. There were several passageways that separated the city's traffic of people and transport. Originally occupied by the Greeks, but then lost to the Samnites then fought amongst each other, meriting small wars that eventually led to the influence of Romans in the area. The streets of Pompeii were filled with elegant houses, fancy villas, artisan shops, taverns, cafes, and more, all with Greek and Roman influences. Pompeii was integral to the marketplace as surrounding colonies all passed through Pompeii to sell their goods. Pompeii was a place where the wealthy lived good and were thought to be blessed by the gods. That was until the wrath of Mount Vesuvius struck in 79 AD. All that the people of Pompeii would ever know would be gone forever. In 62 AD, a severe earthquake that was said to be around 7.5 shook the region around Mount Vesuvius. The city endured lots of stress, and the number of deaths was said to be in the thousands. The city's water system was destroyed, which forced some residents to flee Pompeii, while others stayed behind. The others that stayed behind began to rebuild, which would be a daunting task all the way up to the year 79 AD when the eruption took place. Vesuvius is a stratovolcano with an estimated height of 1,281 meters. Part of the Campanian volcano arc, these volcanoes formed over a subduction zone that stretches the length of the Italian peninsula. Created by a continental plate and an oceanic plate convergence, the oceanic part of the African plate is pushing towards the north, right beneath the continental part of the Eurasian plate, which was pushed upward and created Mount Vesuvius, a deep ocean volcano. Vesuvius formed in a large caldera of the Mount Somma volcano. Built by layers of hardened lava, pumice, and volcanic ash, these volcanoes have a cone-like shape with lower slopes that are steep, while the crater is in the summit. Most rocks in the area are andesite, which is an igneous rock that is formed by volcanic activity, and minerals that can be found are augite, Vesuvianite, and olivine, amongst others. Some believe the eruption happened in August, while others believe it was October due to the evidence of calcified, branch-bearing berries that normally only come out in autumn. Extreme built-up pressures of gases were released while ejecting lava, rocks, and ash. This ultimately created a pyroclastic flow, which are clouds of extreme heat that are denser than the air and can rush down at speeds of 100 miles an hour. It is said that some people tried to take shelter in their homes or wherever they could, while others tried to flee via water on ships. Any attempt to flee or hide failed by the speed of the pyroclastic flow and volcanic mud that engulfed the city. Victims died by the superheated heat burning their lungs and contracting their muscles. Pliny the Younger, a survivor from 13 miles away, wrote a letter to inquiring minds describing the horrors of Mount Vesuvius' eruption on that day. Describes black and horrible clouds, flaming winds, people wheezing and gasping for air, people running for their lives. It is with Pliny's account that scientists and researchers have been able to confirm their theories surrounding Pompeii and Mount Vesuvius' eruption in 79 AD. Pompeii would be forever lost until the discovery of the buried city in the 1700s. Once discovered, many excavations took place, discovering many discoveries, such as loaves of bread, food, buildings were attacked, and everyday objects plus household goods littered the streets. Even an inscription that identified the site as Pompeii. In the 1800s, archaeologist Giuseppe Fiorelli used a technique that filled the cavities with liquid plaster where the corpses had decomposed. Once removed, the corpses were like statues, perfectly in place, with all of the emotions intact of their final moments. Excavations still continue, and in 2020, 2 bodies were unearthed. Engulfed by pumice stones, ash, and lapilili, archaeologists identified the 2 as a landowner and his slave seeking refuge. And with modern-day plaster casting, they were able to get amazing results. The area of Pompeii has helped scientists better understand the history of Mount Vesuvius' past and future. One could say that the people of Pompeii died a horrific and meaningless death, while the reality is that the catastrophe has become an incredible site for research, study, and training. Ancient civilization, volcanic phenomenon, and some of the Earth's oldest secrets, all embedded in the very ash that is now Pompeii and the sleeping titan that is Mount Vesuvius, who could once again wake and rain terror.